Hello and welcome to episode 14. Today it's going to be an interesting day because I have a plan. I have all this stuff in my inventory. I think I've got everything I need. Might need to run them back and forth for a couple of things. But we're going to make a self-sufficient tree farm that is doing nothing but making crafting tables. And the reason why we're doing nothing but making crafting tables, as you'll see, the hungry node has been here for a long time and it's time to start feeding it. And the way you feed it is by chucking items into it. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to set up that automated farm. And now, as you can see, I can't get away from the hungry node. That's why I have travel on my ender sword. So I've kind of picked out a spot, and it's just going to generically be over here somewhere. I'm not entirely sure how big the farm is without upgrades, but I think it's a 9x9 area. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So we will just do that. I don't actually think 64 is enough for this, but we'll see. Actually, you know what? Let's just make it a 7x7. Wait. The server is still lagging a little bit, unfortunately. But it is doing a lot better than it was last night when I was trying to get my body back. And I'm so thankful that I actually did manage to kill Zerkosh in the end, because he's not a nice guy. And I'm just going to put that dirt there. Farming station. That farming station is basically going to be doing nothing at the moment. And we're just going to put birch saplings in there for now. And the reason I'm using birch is because birch has no secondary items that it chucks out, so no apples or anything like that. It's just saplings and wood. Oh, wrong one. Okay. So our little underneath base of operations is going to be under here, and I have all this mud. You know what, may as well feed it to this. Don't know whether mud actually has anything on it. But in it goes. There you go. Chew on that. So, to get this thing going, I also have a Stirling generator, and the Stirling generator can live here. And that needs to power our friend over here. Actually, you know what? I should probably center that because conduits are cool and combined, so there's no need to kind of conserve space in any other way except them being as efficient as possible, in which case I think I'll move the generator over, stick it over here. And I also have this octatic for it, because now it burns it faster, but it also provides more energy for the work that it's doing. So now I want to set up some item conduits. Okay. And you... Oh, we need to change this to in and out. And this will be light grey in. So we also want to send from you extract light grey, always active. And what that'll do is it means that anything going to light grey goes to this, which means the saplings will be going to light grey as well, and so will wooden axes. And I have a bunch of auto crafters in the inventory here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is going to send some logs to the autocrafter, and those will be turned into planks and sticks and wooden axes and crafting tables, or at least that's the plan. And I also have some barrels, because these barrels are going to contain the output of everything. Okay. Right, so let's just focus on doing this. I'm going to set the extract on this to a different colour just so that I don't mess things up. And I know that I definitely want all logs to go. Oh, you're on an extract. We want you on in and out. Extract to blue. Cool. Whoops, no, that should be insert on blue. You can go back to green. And now we need to get a little bit of stuff going, so that's something I did forget, is some fuel. So we'll go grab a stack of logs, which will get turned into charcoal. Wait, thank you. Now wait for the thing to change over. Ta-da! How many birch do I have in there? 6. Alright, well I'll just take you then. Doesn't really matter what logs are in there. It'll mean that the farm is backstuffed for until these logs are processed, but once that's done, everything will start cycling properly. So let's pop you in here. Now that'll start slowly filling everything up with the appropriate amount of energy. And we also we do know what we're doing a little bit, because we want this to be in out and we want you to be in on purple. Okay, so we're going to do in on purple, and you are also going to be insert, no, not extract. Keep doing that. You're going to be insert on purple, and this will be extract on purple. Okay, so logs will come into here from here, and from there they will be distributed to the Stirling generator and the crafter. Okay, but this actually has to generate enough power for us first. As you can see, it's actually managed to plant all the birch, which is nice. It's still using the power somewhere though, and I'm not sure where that is, because you've planted everything. So this gives me an opportunity to see what extent this will plant up to at its current size. Yeah, I think a 7x7 seems to be the max with no upgrades. So I'm not sure why it's actually using power, to be honest with you. But because these are not doing anything, they should actually be receiving some power. Yeah, see? And then once that's filled up, these will fill up. So I'll be back once it's actually started functioning properly. Alright, I'm back. The farm is mostly filled up, so now I can distribute the power to the other crafters, hopefully. And we're really waiting for paint to dry, basically. We're waiting for one of these birches to grow up, and I might actually go and get some bone meal in order to speed things up. Changed it so the labels were on top of the barrel, just for better seeing it at a glance. There we go, we have our first lot of wood. So let's lock that in. We also want to make sure that we're extracting on blue and inserting on blue into here. Oh, no, not extracting. Keep doing it. Blue, because we want the saplings to come in here too. The overload on the saplings. Need to get into there, thank you. Oh, I already have birch saplings. So that can go in here. So we are getting logs and birch saplings, and this will be extracting into here and here, but we don't have anything. Oh dear. We don't have any recipe set in the crafter yet. Give me one, thank you. And so in the crafter we want to set... Oh, it's over here, I keep forgetting. So now the logs are going to go into there and make planks. Okay, so then we put this into here, which somehow I unlocked. Oh dear. Not sure how I managed that. There we go. You're locked to being birch again. Alright, so from there we want this to extract on a different colour. We're going to extract on cyan, and from there we're going to put cyan into here. No, that's extract again. Cyan. Because what we want from here is that we want you to be sticks. Right? Cool. Now, how do I get the sticks in there? Like that. Okay. So this is now crafting sticks. And then we want the sticks to come over here along with planks. So I'm going to take some of these sticks, thank you very much. Take some of these planks, thank you very much. And we're going to set this one up to be wooden axes. Okay, so extract on cyan, insert on cyan. This also needs to be insert on cyan. So that it gets planks. And this also needs to be then extract on cyan. Always active. So now those are going to be pulled out and put into here and make wooden axes. So we're getting there. And from here, this needs to be extract on light grey. That's correct, right? Yes, because the light grey axes need to come into here. Always active. I think I set extract always active. No, I didn't. Always active on you. So now we have planks in there and planks in there, and we also want some more planks because we need to define crafting table. It's going to make a crafting table for me, and then we're going to do in and out, insert on cyan. So we should be getting some planks and whatnot, and we don't have an extract yet for that. But we also need more wood, and this has run out of power. Okay. So actually, in order to do some backstock in that Stirling generator, because it'll be fine once it actually establishes itself, it's just right now that it's going to struggle to keep up as it's doing the backstock. So I'm actually just going to do that. Take a piece of eternalist fuel. And that should burn for quite some time. In fact, the Stirling generator might actually tell us how long it's going to burn for. Generates 46 million RF. So it'll take a while, which is nice. So the logs are going to go in here because they're the first destination, and in fact we should make you the priority for insertion so that the Stirling generator will be the first place to receive logs every time. So now what we need to do is we need to set up a way to get our crafting tables into here. And the best way that I can think to do that is to create a dispenser, or an open crate, or I think a world interaction upgrade can push things out. I know I can use a pipe from Buildcraft, so we might do that. Buildcraft. I'm looking at it. So we want the... there's one that I think if you just have an open end on a pipe, it'll spit things out. So let's just try that out. We just want some cobble and glass. It only needs to be a cobblestone one because it's going to... I made 60 of them at once anyway. Yeah. So we can quickly test that pretty easily because all the pipes and things can go together quite well. So if we did something like this and then stuck some item pipes. They're not going to link up. This mud is annoying me. Okay, it's better. So, are you not going to link up though? Is that for reals? What's the best way to do this? I think still buildcraft is the best thing to do. I do have an extra chest here, actually. But the thing is that it won't output to a transport pipe without there being a wooden transport pipe to begin with. So let's go do that instead. I also need some engine, some redstone engine, which isn't too bad. Wooden. There we go. And I want a redstone engine because I don't have any of the oh, that'll be under a different category, won't it? There it goes. Okay, so I want 2 wooden gears, piston, and it can do the rest. Once it's actually figured out, it actually has that in stock. Can be a little bit derpy at the moment, but as I explained in a previous episode, that's a very new feature of Ender.io. And do I have an extra lever on me? I do not. At least it syncs with NEI, which is nice. Okay. So if you've never seen Buildcraft before, and I don't blame you because it's a very old mod by this stage, and not a lot of people use it that thoroughly anymore, is that in this case, if we did something like this, and then we stuck a redstone engine on it, and then we stuck a lever on it. Okay, you're not going to pass directly into it, are you? Remember, this setup in particular, this chest, redstone engine, and thing is all going to be over at that. And we want to extract on green, that's fine, actually. Just extract on green and insert, please. Now, pull. Push. Yeah. Cool. So now those will be spat out, which is exactly what we want, because basically what we want to do is just deliver crafting tables as often as we can into that thing. So since that's going to work perfectly, I'm going to use this awesome wooden axe. Not currently harvestable. What are you harvested by? A pick, and you're made of wood. Okay, I'm not going to argue. Oh boy. I think it's faster to break that with my hand. So that's cool. And the wooden axes aren't going to be crafted any more than one at a time because obviously you can only have one wooden axe in one slot. So only one is ever going to be prepared at once. Which means all other supplemental wood will be coming straight to this. What am I doing? I'm breaking this. First things first. So let's take ourselves over to this, get ourselves attached to the side. There we go. I've got a chest attached to it. Teleport away. So from there... problem number 1 has shown itself. I need to get that redstone engine on there. It's okay. I'll put it here. Can't believe that worked. Stick a lever on here. All of this is obviously quite difficult when you're attached to something. And then we want item conduit. Oh dear. I need to get away again. Let's try that once more. So I kind of need to be holding shift and jump at the same time. I did it. I did it. I did it. And now I can just right click it instead. No, no. Damn it. It's not what I wanted. Attempt number 3. Haha. Victory. So now I should just be able to do it like this. Cool. I'm actually outside the sphere of influence now, which is nice. Now the thing is that this node can no longer eat, because the way that it finds things to eat is that, or blocks to eat, is that it casts it like an explosion out from itself. And because of the obsidian, it can't find anything around itself to eat. So the only things really at risk are the setup, right? And I'm going to see if it actually lasts, because it might not. It might eventually get chewed on. Because it does famously eat blocks. It's part of what makes these things so dangerous. If you're wondering why I'm bothering to feed a hungry node, it's because there is a way to harvest a hungry node. And now I'm out of item conduit. So let's go back, make some more. Which is easy, we just need some pulsating iron. Which I have some of. Enough to finish this job anyway. Oh boy, I only have 1 nugget left. Well, pulsating iron is easy enough to make. It is iron. And because I'm going to be lazy about it, I'm going to put 48 iron back and take a stack of ender pearls. Cool. The reason why I'm assuming that the blocks that are around the node right now are going to be safe is because they're tile entities. And I'm making an assumption that the tile entities won't be eaten because they're too complex and there's all sorts of problems involved with potential crashes and things. Oh, I was wrong. Well, the chest has been eaten. The engine and the tube are fine. I might be able to still use an item buffer, which you'll remember are from Ender.io. It's a good thing we went and checked, because now I can make one. That will be more than enough. pulsating iron nuggets, some conduit binder, and conduit. Then we want an item buffer, which is fine. I'll look up buffer. Much better. There we go. So now let's hope that the item buffer doesn't get eaten. Because there's always the chance the item buffer will be eaten. Ah, dang it. Dang it. Alright, let's try that again. Get attached to the side. Thank you. Alright. Part of what's making this difficult is I'm using step assist. Right. Okay. So from here we want pull. Whoops, we want push from here and pull here. And hopefully this thing can't get eaten. If not, we'll find a way. This is just my my attempt at doing it. There are proven ways to make it work, so if it's not going to work out, we can just use one of those proven ways. But this should be set up now, and in fact if we pop over here, I know what I haven't done. Yeah. I need to set up. Ooh. This. No, we want insert. Okay. Huh. So yes, crafting tables are arriving. And if I can get myself over there without too much trouble, we should be able to see them popping out and going into there. Now there's one more thing that I want to do before we say that this is complete, and that is we're going to use something which you'd say is counterintuitive normally. You can put different speed upgrades into here, and something that has been implemented into Ender.io is a downgrade. And the reason why we want to put a downgrade in there is because we do not want to overwork the tree farm, because that could unbalance the amount of power and wood being given to the crafting table. So we actually want to make a downgrade, or 3. I'd actually like to make 4 if possible. Here we go. So this way, it's not going to just constantly churn out crafting tables into the thing. It's going to slowly and surely take them. See, our item buffer is broken. So I'm going to have to figure out a different solution to that, but for now, when the server responds, take your time. I'll be back once the server responds. Ah, there it goes. Okay, no need to go away after all. So, or maybe there is. Okay, speed downgrade. Apparently I can only put 1 in there. Reduces speed to 1. Okay, that's fine. So it's only going to be taking 1 crafting table at a time now. And right now that is none, because we lost our item buffer. The item buffer is not immune to the charms of the hungry node. So we're going to have to find out a different way to get things into this. Which might be that we actually just build an entire series of pipes and have it extract from this point instead. Or have it further back anyway. In fact, let's do that. Let's do exactly that. So let's put you here. Let's change you to pull, you to push. It's fine. This has nowhere to go, so it won't actually have anything. But transport pipes seem to be immune, so that's what I'm happy about. We still have some floating around. Oh, no. Hungry node. Stop it. Hungry node. Okay. Not too bad. I think some are attached to the bottom. I don't want to actually lose the items after all. Oh no. Oh boy. I think that actually got eaten this time, which is a shame. Or did I pick it up accidentally? No, it definitely got eaten. Oh, boy. Come on. So going to have to make another redstone engine. That's fine. What we can do now is... get off it. Is this. Then we need to keep, as we did before, keep backing away. Like, this wouldn't be so bad if I had, say, a Britannia Globetrotter sash or something like that, but I don't, so I can't actually, under my own power, get away from the node. But something has occurred to me. I may not need an engine since I have the item buffer, because the item buffer can output. So is that true? Is that going to be a thing that happens? Okay. And we need to change you to insert. Oh boy, works. Although, that just produced an entire stack. Now it's doing one at a time, which is nice. Okay. This still has the speed downgrade in it, I think. Yeah. That's way out of energy. What's the farm doing? No power. Everything's just kind of out of energy at the moment, isn't it? You're fine. You're really low. And you're fine. But the march of the crafting tables is upon us. And slowly, this node, in fact, I wonder if I can see it. I can. So, hopefully we get to see it happen before our eyes as these crafting tables arrive. But you might be able to catch a glimpse of the of one of the numbers going up. Maybe, if we're lucky. The reason why we're using crafting tables, by the by, is because crafting tables, I've got some in my inventory, have Fabrico on them. And Fabrico Fabrico is Humanus and Instrumentum. And Humanus and Instrumentum, between the both of them, I'm not going to go through and show you all of it, have all 6 primal aspects on it. So by feeding it crafting tables, we're basically feeding it all the primal aspects possible. So eventually this thing is going to get absolutely massive. And it doesn't gain in power, really, when that happens either. We're going to have to find a better way to sustain this, or at least stop this from crafting all the time. Because right now, it's stealing all the power. And one Stirling generator will keep a farm going and producing logs, but it might not be able to keep up with this crafting table thing. But I guess that means that for next episode, or between episodes, I will be checking on that stuff in the meantime. So to finish this episode out, because we've spent so much time on this little setup to feed the hungry node. Wow, sorry about that. Ender.io crashed the client. So what was I going to say? Right. I was remembering what this third barrel was for. Right now we're moving the birchwood directly into the Stirling generator, but what I should actually be doing is moving it into a furnace and then into the barrel and then back to the Stirling generator, because the energy cost associated with turning it into charcoal is less than the gain that we get from turning it into charcoal. So that's one way to get the power, but right now the issue is not the power that we have, because as you can see, we've got 41 million RF to be produced right now because of that one piece of eternalist fuel. It's the rate of the power being produced, because this isn't getting enough power and this isn't getting enough power. Neither of these things can gain enough power quickly enough. So I need to come up with a better way of dealing with that, so that the march of the crafting tables can continue. So before I wrap up this a little bit longer than usual, I think, episode, I'm going to show you a couple of things that have changed since last episode, since the horrible corpse run, and I'm again sorry that you missed out on seeing the boss, but we will find another boss to fight, I promise you, because we're going to need to kill at least one more. Over here I have changed all the augmented capacity runes into superior capacity runes. As you can see, these were introduced recently, because they don't actually have a Cyanide X texture yet. And that has given me a total capacity for 7, 14, 28 of them of 144,000 LP in the altar itself before actually going to the thing. I've also got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier 5 incense, which is 600% output. Now, I don't actually have any livens. I do have livens actually in here. Virus, livens, yeah. I can't remember what that one is. This. And the last one is made, Purpura, is made of fractured bones, nether quartz, a whole lot of junk, and purple dye. And that's the final tier. Oh, that one's out too. Verdus. Cool. And so there is the purple one, Purpura. It's called Purpura? Yeah, Purpura. So that's how far the altar's progressed. We've hit a snag, and it's to do with the incense system actually. To progress any further in blood magic, we need 15 million life points in the system. With an Archmage's Orb, you can fit 10 million. So we need an altar which actually has capacity increased by using Runes of the Orb. Which is this one? No. One of these. There we go. Rune of the Orb. Runes of the Orb increase the amount of LP in your actual system. And I think at tier 5 we need something like 24 of those runes, so I'm thinking we need to make a secondary altar somewhere that is basically made of those runes. But even once we've got there, I'm only getting so much LP per jab into here, and it's going to take something like 200 round trips onto that altar, feeding the Archmage's Orb to get that 15 million. So I need to talk to A Way of Time about that little snag, because it once again that makes monster sacrifice a lot better than self-sacrifice. And the whole point of the instant system is to try and make them equal. Now, was there anything else I did? I'm sure there was. Oh right, made myself... Go on, baubles. I made myself all the runic shielding stuff. And on top of that, I have now maxed out my health. I borrowed the 10 miniature heart containers I was missing and converted the ones I'd already had into yellow canisters. So now I have 30 health total, which helps with the whole incense situation, but still not enough. So got to talk to A Way of Time about that. Anyway, between episodes, I'll get this thing going self-sufficient, so that it doesn't run into any more snags, that the farm keeps running, that the crafter keeps running, and so on and so forth, so that the march of the crafting tables does not stop. Has this improved while we've been talking? It at least has, because I know Perditio has changed. I think there was 29 before. So we are seeing changes, which is very, very cool. I am looking forward to that. We will have a very, very powerful node eventually. Oh, good time to wrap up the episode too, because the server is lagging like crazy. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.